Welcome to Heroes Battlegrounds, one of the many games under the Battlegrounds name. Despite it being one of the earlier games, it is one of the best, potentially even rivaling TSP, both in gameplay and quality. Except for updates. Now if you're watching this, you probably already know the deal with Battlegrounds games, so let's just get into the characters. The first character you can play is Deku, whose English voice actor permanently ruined how people perceive anime dubs forever. His first move is Detroit, which is similar to that of Normal Punch from TSP. Only difference is it has hyper armor, so you can't get stunned by conventional means. It has an aerial variant where you can slam down to the ground. The higher you are off the ground, the more damage it does. His second move is Manchester, which got a rework in the recent update. It used to be a whimsical spin kick that didn't really go far, but now it's actually not lame. It goes pretty far, hits ragdoll, and goes through block. The third move is Delaware, which is a long-ranged move that shoots a projectile. It has an aerial variant that shoots downwards instead and launches you up. It stuns the opponent if hit directly and is the best way to use the aerial version of Detroit so you can maximize all that potential damage. The fourth move is Texas, which is a barrage of punches that gives you 2 more M1s before ragdoll. The move is blockable, but the last hit breaks block. Then we have Deku's passive, which gives you increased ult bar gain when getting a finisher. It's honestly the best passive in the game in my opinion, since it lets you spam ultimates. By using his ultimate, Deku crashes out because his favorite Discord kitten won't follow his orders and unlocks one of the most outdated ult movesets in the game. At least it's not Dobby. The first move is Beyond 100%, which is a relatively long-ranged ability that targets a single person. The maximum range of it isn't very apparent, but it goes pretty far. It launches the opponent upwards and dishes out a barrage of punches from the sky. Oh my god, is that Cajun? The second move, Cosmic States, teleports you to the direction you're facing, kicking anyone far away. Just make sure to actually aim it properly or you'll get punished for it. Funny thing about this move is that you can block it. The third move, Energy Surge, is pretty boring. It's just a grab move with a long wind-up and launches the enemy away. It has a lot of end lag, so make sure to not actually miss it. The fourth move, 1,000,000%, is actually newer than the other moves, so the jump in quality is pretty apparent. Although it is one of the coolest moves in the game, it is an actual nightmare to actually hit. It starts with you running and ends with a zigzag that is hard to hit when fighting someone with more than half a brain cell. It has a normal version where you use the power of General Electric and dump 6,000 rounds onto the enemy, and a finisher that launches them to the moon. Deku is one of the highest damage dealers out of all of the characters, only beaten out by the ketchup I dropped on my shirt, Mastered Stain. Here's a simple combo. Pause the video if you want to read it. If you look at the top left of your screen, there is a mastery bar. You can earn master XP by doing daily quests from this random cabin in the middle of USJ for some reason, or by killing players. Once you've filled up the entire bar, it unlocks Vigilante Deku. If toasting bread is simple, Vigilante Deku is like eating wheat, snorting flour, and letting it bake in your stomach acids. In other words, he is by far the easiest character in the entire game. 3 of his moves are combo extenders with only 1 combo ender, and even his ultimate features 2 combo extenders. The first move, Quintuple Smash, is a series of punches that picks up ragdoll and launches them a short distance away, allowing for a front dash or a side dash to extend. His second move, Electric Smash, is much like Aerial Detroit, where it slams you down and does more damage with height, although it is much slower. His third move, Delaware Grab, is the only combo ender in his base moveset, grabbing the opponent and launching them far away. It has an aerial variant, but because of the slow speed of Electric Smash, you can't follow it up. His fourth move, Shadow Whip, grabs the opponent and knocks them away, and combo extends when hitting ragdoll. Vigilante Deku's passive on finisher grants you 4 teleport dashes. This is by far the worst passive in the entire game. I guess it's useful for chasing runners, but side dashes are such an essential part of combat that you'll end up using it all before getting someone low. By pressing G on your keyboard, Deku summons the power of Schizophrenia and uses one of the best ultimates in the game in my opinion. The first move, 120%, is a kick to the ground that launches the enemy up, to which then you play Human Pinball. The normal version launches them away, while the finisher is so cool you'll feel a huge hit of dopamine every time you hit it. The second move, 45%, is an aimable dash that simply punches the enemy away. It used to not hit ragdoll, but now it does. The third move, Lightning Crush, is where Deku embodies the red Angry Bird and launches towards the enemy, where they then roll on the ground, allowing for a combo extension. The fourth move, Whiplash, is like a reworked Manchester, except it combo extends just like Shadow Whip. The finisher for it is where you take your enemy for a walk across the entire map. Despite Vigilante being the easiest character in the entire game, his ultimate actually requires at least 2 brain cells to actually use. With any other ultimate, I could kill about 1 or 2 people depending on the situation, but with Vigilante, I was able to kill 1, 2, 3 people in isolation using the same ultimate bar. Here's the easiest combo in the game. We are now moving away from Deku and talking about Stain. His first move, 1000 Slices, is a flurry of white slashes that gives you 2 more M1s before Ragdoll. It's a good move to use right after Ragdoll cancel due to its wide range. His second move, Dagger Throw, throws 3 daggers and gives 1 M1 that Ragdolls. It's a good move to randomly throw at low enemies since it does the finisher even at long range. Fun fact, you can actually get a full M1 combo extension from Ragdoll using this move since it goes through block on Wake Up. His third move, Blackout Clutch, is a grab that slams the enemy down and knocks them away. It's usually used as a combo extender, but you can extend off it using the fourth move, Curdle Pierce, which is a move with a long windup but has hyper armor and goes through block. If hit, you can use it again to temporarily stun the enemy via licking their blood. You can use this to extend from Blackout Clutch by backdashing, then cancelling the animation by pressing 4 if timed correctly. In his ultimate, Stain uses Kaioken, which stains his screen in red. Get it? The red filter for his ultimate used to linger much longer, so all you could literally see was just red. The first move, Crimson Parry, plays a loud stinger upon activation and parries almost every move in the game. The parry timing is actually longer than the animation suggests, so make sure to wait a bit before attacking when fighting him. The second move, Scarlet Frenzy, unleashes an onslaught of slashes that hits Ragdoll and grants iframes. It covers your entire radius, so it's a really good move to use against multiple people. The last slash, however, is vertical, so you have to actually aim it to get the finisher. The third move, Sanguine Symphony, throws 5 sets of daggers at the enemy. The last dagger teleports you to the enemy, launching them away, and grants you the stun effect from Curdle Pierce. The first 4 daggers are blockable, but the last one bypasses it. It's best to use after 3 M1s to set up Scarlet Frenzy. The fourth move is Indomitable Will, which is a huge AoE move that stuns anyone near you. It grants you iframes and even extends your ultimate bar. Make sure to actually hit people when using this, since hitting targets allows the regained ult meter to deplete slower. Some say that his ultimate is bad, which is just completely false. Although he deals less damage than the other ultimates, the sheer amount of iframes and stun attacks make it incredibly deadly. Stain is a very beginner-friendly character, allowing anyone to pick up and learn him. Although he is very simple, his crowd control ability with 1000 slashes and stun-based moveset makes him a very solid character overall. Here's the combo. Much like Vigilante Deku, Mastered Stain requires you to fully fill the entire mastery bar to unlock. Mastered Stain is a very unique character in the game, giving you 2 whole swappable movesets. It might seem overpowered at first, but it's balanced by the fact that Mastered Stain is by far the hardest character to play in Heroes. His first move, Shadow Rush, is a ranged lunge attack that slams the enemy down. If hit, you can use it again to perform a leaping attack that hits Ragdoll and knocks the enemy away. His second move, Katana Throw, is very special, so we'll talk about it in a bit. His third move, 1,000,000 Slashes, starts with a small retreat, which then transitions into an AoE onslaught of slashes and gives you 2 more M1s before Ragdoll. The first swing is unblockable, but the AoE isn't up until the end. Unlike 1000 Slashes, it doesn't extend when hitting Ragdoll. His fourth move, Whirlwind Pierce, spins and twirls your knife around like you're in Counter-Strike and performs a wide slash in front of you. The move is the same as Curdle Pierce, except it has a slightly longer windup and grants higher damage on Wake Up in exchange for no stun debuff. Now back to the second move, Katana Throw, which, throws your katana. When hit, the katana is stuck to the enemy, entering you into fist mode. Don't worry if you miss it. You can either pick it up or wait for it to respawn. If you want your katana back, you need to perform a full M1 combo, which knocks the enemy away. It has a finisher, but it only activates on the 4th M1. Now the first move in fist mode is Uppercut, which hits Ragdoll and ascends with the enemy, hitting them multiple times. The normal version stuns the enemy a bit, but leaves them standing. But using the move again during the animation, it instead kicks the enemy away and causes Ragdoll. It's best if you just use the second variant since you can't reliably combo with it. The second move is Dagger Cascade, which throws a set of daggers, much like regular Stain. But if you press the move again, you can throw another set if timed properly. The move has a secret attribute which inflicts poison on a Ragdoll enemy if you hit all 5 initial daggers. The finisher is... The third move, Headbutt, is a grab that headbutts the enemy and causes Ragdoll. It doesn't hit Ragdoll, but you can hit the enemy after a down slam if you use it immediately after. It's really mostly used as a setup for Uppercut. The fourth move is also Whirlwind Pierce. The move doesn't change in fist mode. You can use it after Uppercut by immediately side dashing and using the move, but I generally don't recommend it since you have to be lucky to actually hit it. Stain's passive upon finisher gives you Black Flash is used when doing a full M1 combo, excluding for down slam. Now, for such an insane double moveset character, what crazy ultimate are we gonna get? It's the exact same ultimate as regular Stain. Overall, Stain is an extremely good character and has the highest damage-based moveset out of all the characters. Here's the combo. The third character in the game is Dobby, who used to be the most OP character in the entire game until he was nerfed down to the ground by the devs several updates in a row. Although he isn't as good as he was before, he is still a really good character despite that. His first move, Azure Grab, grabs the enemy before knocking them away and hits Ragdoll. The move normally knocks the enemy too far to extend off of, but using this neat little unique tech, it can turn into a combo extender. To do this, just hold left click to immediately perform an M1 after the move ends, which greatly decreases the distance they get knocked away. His second move, Infernal Burn, used to be this blue little fart, which wasn't really that good aside from that one combo extension tech that isn't even guaranteed. The devs updated the move to be a projectile that can be aimed vertically using the aerial variant. His third move, Ember Eruption, slams your fist down and performs a 2-stage AoE attack, which then ragdolls the enemy away. His fourth move, Ember Assault, charges at the enemy and gives 2 more M1s before ragdoll. He picks up Ragdoll and is by far his easiest combo extender. Dobby's passive upon finisher grants you increased M1 damage, which absolutely melts anyone it comes in contact with. Dobby's ultimate is where he jumps into the air and attempts to aura farm every time you press G. The first move, Azure Flame's Blitz, is a grab that microwaves the enemy so hard it has enough accumulated radiation to match that of Chernobyl. The second move, Frost Flame Eruption, freezes everyone nearby before promptly exploding. The windup can be stunned out of those, so be careful. His third move, Flame Wave Burst, is an accurate representation of drinking 5 soft drinks in a row and burping out a massive cloud of flames. The fourth move, Peaking Scorch, is an aimable charge that transitions into a cutscene where you scream profanity so hard it absolutely decimates your opponent's self-esteem. Just like Cosmic States, it can be blocked. Here's the combo. Overall, Dobby is an incredibly versatile character with moves that can all hit Ragdoll and has the second highest damage dealing ultimate in the game. Bakugo is who I consider to be the best character in the entire game. He deals very high damage, has an absolutely busted passive, and possesses 2 entire ultimate awakenings. His first move is Ground Cannon, which is the easiest and best combo extender in the entire game. You slam your hands down on the ground and shoot out a small AoE that applies soft ragdoll to the enemy. If hit, it'll grant you a second use where it blasts and knocks the enemy away. His second move is Powered Shot, which is similar to Grand Cannon's secondary use. If hit, it'll grant you a second use where you charge towards an enemy and blast them upwards. You can follow this up with Grand Cannon, Blast Catapult, or a Down Slam. His third move, Explosion Combo, is where you absolutely beat the hell out of the enemy before slamming them down. It doesn't hit Ragdoll, but it's a good setup for his other moves. His fourth move, Blast Catapult, grabs the enemy and spins you around like a Beyblade before launching them far away. The move is normally a combo ender, but the sheer height it sends the enemy flying in keeps the enemy stunned long enough for a combo extension. To do this, you simply have to side dash and then back dash and use Ground Cannon to catch the enemy. Bakugo's passive upon a finisher grants you an indefinite buff. The buff cuts the cooldown of your next used move in half and slightly increases damage. Due to this busted passive, it effectively gives Bakugo a 100% one-shot combo if started with Power Shot. Bakugo's ultimate is where you let out 25 years worth of Taco Bell that's been building up in your stomach, which surpasses all toxic waste in the world combined. The first move, Eruption Dive, grabs any nearby enemies upon activation and propels you forward in any direction you're facing, ending with a dive. The second move is Exploding Star, which is a cutscene move that traces out a star before punching the enemy so hard it uses every visual effect known to man, blinding you in real life. If they don't have their evasive, you can follow it up with Eruption Dive since it also grabs Ragdoll. The third move, Infernal Shot, is similar to Flame Wave Burst, where it shoots out a concentrated blast and can be aimed vertically in the aerial variant. The fourth move is unlike anyone else. To even use this move, you have to deal sufficient amount of damage to fill up the bar. The best way to do this is use Exploding Star, then Eruption Dive. Once you use it, it'll grant you another Ultimate Awakening. The first move, Mine, is where you dash in front of your enemy and grab anyone in the way, delivering a devastating punch. The second move is Blitz Kick, where you teleport to the enemy and deliver a downward kick. If you time a second press correctly, it delivers a second kick. It has some end lag, so make sure the enemy doesn't have any evasive when doing the second kick. The third move, Blast Away, is a grab move where you walk slowly and blast the enemy far away. It has iframes and grabs anyone it comes in contact with, so it's an extremely good move to punish rushing players. It can grab multiple people, dealing reduced damage per target. The move is absolutely busted, dealing a whopping 70% damage. The fourth move, Nuke, is where you charge up and float into the air before properly recreating our favorite Japanese event onto any unsuspecting players. It's aimable and deals up to 99% damage. You also die at the end, but it's only really a problem in ranked PvP. I would normally call this the best move in his moveset if it weren't for the fact that it uses so many effects that you might as well be blind. Here's the combo. And that's it for the characters. There's absolutely no one else to talk about. Absolutely no one. No one at all.